Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I am bringing you the second episode in my new series, the Subscriber Armies. So this is going to be a 1v1 of the replay I have, and my opponent is Binary Helix here, and this is going to be fought on the Bay of Many Faces. Now this is a series where you guys in the comment section send in an army, preferably for vanilla Shogun 2 Total War, and the most thumbs up, top rated one, I will pick and use in the next episode. So today's most liked army was from, and probably gonna butcher the name, so just bear with me here. Sorry about that. YouTube names, you know how it goes, but iRidhoHD or Ridho, whatever. But yeah, this guy's army here, and his comment says, my current army, haven't played in a while though. Leadership General 7 star, mine's 9, 1-9 chevron, hold firm, long Yari Ashigaru, 3-5 chevron Naginata Samurai, 1-5 chevron Katana Samurai, 1-5 chevron Wako Raider, 1-3 chevron Naginata Warrior Monk, 1 vanilla Yari Ashigaru, and 2 6 chevron 200 range bow monks, and then for cavalry 1-7 chevron Fire Cav and 1-8 chevron Warrior Monk Cavalry. Then he goes on to state that it's a quite defensive, low mobility army, but I never camp. He says he's bad with Cav micro, so that's why he doesn't bring a lot, and use spear wall with the long Yari Ashigaru. So, as I stated in the first episode, chances are, and I'm going to pause this for a second because some stuff's going to go on up there, chances are I can't replicate these armies exactly due to the veteran system. I, obviously won't have some of the veterans you guys specialize your armies around. So I have a 2 chevron long Yari Ashigaru. I have 2 bow monks, which are a little bit better than the ones that he stated. Both have 200 range. Then my Naginata Samurai, I have 3 of them. 2 of them are 3 chevrons, 1 is 1 chevron, and then he said bring 1 Katana Samurai. Because I only had 3 of those guys that are a lot weaker and not the 9 chevron hold firm, I was able to bring 2, so that's pretty much the only change. I do have the Naginata Warrior Monk. I've got the vanilla Yari Ashigaru, Wako Raider over here, Fire Cavalry, and then I've got my Naginata Monk Cav with Warcry. And basically, my opponent here, this army obviously specializes in the skirmishing, and as he said, it is a little bit more defensive. So my strengths are my bows here, and pretty much having the enemy meet me on my terms, because these Naginata Samurai are not the best for attacking, especially mine at the lower ranks. And my opponent here brought a ton of Katana Samurai, some Yari Samurai, his general, and up here he's got an interesting force of Yari Cavalry, and then looks like some Yari Ashigaru and 2 matchlock units, one of which is a matchlock Samurai, the other an Ashigaru. So it got pretty interesting pretty quickly over here. I moved up my Wakos, and I saw that they were going to get hit, so I didn't, really have time to get them out of there, but I saw this engagement and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'm bringing up my Fire Cav, scare away his cavalry, and at this point I decide, you know what, these are Yari Ashigaru here, I'm going to go ahead and charge in with my Wakos, see what I can do, because at this point with those matchlocks there, running away would just get me shot, and I have my other Yari Ashigaru over here attacking. These guys are in spear wall though, so that is not going to go quite as well for me. My Fire Cavalry here, I'm going to start moving around the flank, and it's actually going to get caught by his cavalry, but my Fire Cavalry is better than this vanilla Yari Cavalry, and it helps that his matchlocks are mainly shooting his own cavalry here. So that's one mistake on his part. My Wakos are going to cut through the spear unit, although with great losses. But it got pretty interesting pretty quickly over here. And down here I have my Naginata Warrior Monk Cavalry attacking these light cavalry, which they are going to mop up fairly effectively. And there is light cavalry back there, and then Naginata Samurai gonna run away from that. But up here, actually doing fairly well. I got into these matchlocks here, cutting down a few of them. My spears are gonna rout, and my Yari Cavalry, or Fire Cavalry, sorry, is still going strong. Got a ton of kills already. Now dealing a little bit of damage to this Katana Cavalry. And at this point, I'm trying to move up in the center. You can see my bows here. You know, I want to engage him at range as much as possible since that's my strength and not the melee. So we're getting some good shots on this Katana Samurai unit, taking down a few of them. But he's going to start running his whole force up this way and into the woods. And my thing with this is pretty much he can move through these woods right around there and come out on the flank, or he can, you know, just kind of set up camp up here. And this is the archery dojo. That's the main reason I went for that in the beginning, because of the bows. And over here you see I'm shooting at some Naginata Samurai. I'm actually going to stop shooting at them in a second, just because now they're in loose formation, and Naginata Samurai at this range aren't going to take enough losses to really warrant me wasting my ammo on them due to their higher armor. So yeah, there I'm going to pull my bows back. And at this point, like I said, my strength is the defensive. He's got the better ground now. I've now, in my opinion, have the cavalry advantage because these are just the light cav. And look at this, he was kind of making a move for me there. So I'm just running my spears forward a little bit. And he is going to back off of that. My long Yaris here, chasing him away. He wanted to get at my bows. But what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to use my skirmishing as this army warrants and kind of move back here. And first thing I'm going to do is pick off his matchlocks and then the rest of his units and force him to attack me so that I can in fact use these long Yari Ashigaru in a spear wall. And then this is the main thing with this army that was different for me was not, you know, as much cavalry, because I personally, my favorite thing is cavalry micro, so I use a ton of cavalry, and I love to get all that flanking and stuff, but this Naginata Warrior Monk Cavalry is not going to let me down this battle. So at this point, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. You can see I'm moving over this way, all of his forces are up there. One of the key things is he does have swords marching through in here, which I didn't know at the time, but I suspected, so I didn't want to get kind of caught at a weird angle. So over here, once I realized this position that I'm taking up now is in the woods and he could sneak up farther, and let me hit play for a second, actually slow motion, I'm going to move more over this way so that I'll have warning that he's coming out of the trees, and my bows, as you can tell, have the great range so they can do all of that stuff. Now over here he's got some Katana cavalry trying to take the shrine, and since he has so much more troops than me, that's something I really don't want him to have, that extra morale to keep them longer, because since he does have more troops, I need to route them faster so that I'm not just overwhelmed by numbers. And here I'm just kind of dancing a little bit with his cavalry. His Katana cavalry will just straight out lose to my Naginata Warrior Monk Cavalry, even though he's got almost a full unit, and I am at half strength. But he does have the two light cavalry in there, and the combination of all of them could win. So I'm just kind of making sure that he doesn't get that dismount and take the shrine here with these guys. And now I'm starting to move up the rest of my forces. You'll see I shift this way a little bit more soon. My bows are going to start opening fire. And here he has dismounted. He's attempting to capture the shrine, so here comes my cavalry. And when I see now he's going to mount up, he won't be able to capture this, so I'm going to switch to these light cavalry, because in an actual engagement, they are the more dangerous ones. So there we go, get the charge off. I'm going to go ahead and use my war cry now to try to get rid of them before this Katana cavalry can come into action. Got rid of one of them, this other one going down quickly. I've taken some losses though, and now I'm going to turn and fight these Katana cavalry, because I figured those guys were going to rout pretty quickly, and they did. And so now it's just kind of a grind here. He has more men by quite a bit, about double my numbers, but my cavalry are more skilled in cavalry versus cavalry combat. So this is going to play out here, and in the end they end up both routing, but I've got to come over here. You can see my bows are now in range and firing, and I am in fact shooting these two spear units here just because of the fact that they have almost routed, and I can rout them quickly, and it's also making him start to move forward or pull back, which he he takes the first option at first and then decides to start pulling back. I'm going to start shooting these matchlocks a little bit. You can see some of them going down in this cavalry fight. Looks like I'm winning it, but it is very close. Look at that guy getting cut open. But yeah, this Naginata Warrior Monk Cavalry unit is an excellent unit, and so is that Fire Cav. They just truck through everyone at the beginning. And these guys here, they're going to actually rout. My cavalry routed first, but yeah, they want nothing more to do with this fight after that battle there. And you can see now I'm shuffling because this unit here came out of the trees a little bit and gave me warning that he is, in fact, planning on making a main attack here, and I didn't want to get caught in the flank and from up here as he is bringing some units up this way to make a downhill push there. So you can see I'm bringing my bows forward again, and I'm going to try to get some volleys off on these units, and I'm also going to start shifting some of my units farther to the left. This sword unit is going to go out to the left and try to get on the flank there. And all cavalry is gone for this battle aside from the generals, both of which are leader. I'm pretty sure mine's leadership looks like does this guy have stand and fight, or is he a bow? No, this is a bow general here, so, and melee mix there. Not much leadership though. He does not have stand and fight. So that is that guy's main thing. He doesn't have the increased range on his general either. So there you can see the flaming arrows shooting at some of these matchlocks, and at this point they're going to start firing too. My long Yaris are actually going to take that fire, and I'm just going to let them for now because I'm confident in my bow's ability to take these guys down quickly, which they are actually going to. And this charge from this sword unit is just to kind of push them back a little bit as well. He's sending forward a Naginata Samurai and a Nodachi here. And even though those matchlocks are about to rout, and a few more volleys would get rid of them, I'm going to turn my fire to these Nodachis just to make sure that they don't get to do as much damage in the melee combat, because these guys have minimal armor and the bows can absolutely shred them. So in a second here, my troops should start firing at them. Yeah, there comes some of the arrows there. You can see some of the men going down. And I am also bringing over my Naginata Samurai here to back this up. My swords are doing just fine. And I do have these long Yari in spear wall in case they do in fact break through there. This guy put his bonsai on, so he's going to start wrecking. I've got my general close by, and here comes the attack out of the trees. So you can see I'm trying to shuffle my forces and try to figure out how to meet all of these melee attacks, and just trying to give my bows as much time as possible to shoot at these guys. There I'm going to inspire my Naginata Samurai, try to get them to hold a little bit longer. You can see those Nodachis absolutely wrecking with that bonsai on, but that is going to run out soon. And these guys here took a volley of arrows, and now they're almost routed. And when they hit this long Yari spear wall, that's going to be it for them. Then I'm going to pull these guys out of spear wall and move them around on the flank over here. As you can see, my warrior monks attempting to hold back this horde of Katana Samurai, sending in my Naginata Samurai and my other Katana Samurai unit over there, sending these guys around the flank. And there is General Nico coming in for a hammer and anvil, catching their general as well. That's going to rout all of this section, and his loss of his general is going to hurt him a lot as well. And now I'm turning my bows to shoot over here. You can see the long Yari Ashigaru coming in the back, and you know, making him fight me on my terms here. Pretty much won the day. You can see this sword fight over here. My veteran Katana Samurai making short work of this vanilla unit. And the morale damage from losing the general not helping much either. So that is that. Fairly decent army there. Definitely not the type I normally use, but that's the point of this series. So go ahead, guys. If you posted an army last time that you think is good, go ahead and repost it. Because, you know, I obviously can only pick one, and it might be a decent army that has a shot in later episodes. It just depends. So, you know, rate the comments that you actually would like to see of people's army builds, and, you know, from the top of those, I'll pick one. But go ahead and do that if you would like to participate, and your army might be in the next episode. Here's the stats for that battle, though. You can see he definitely deployed more than I did. I killed marginally more, and the unit statistics there, my Wako Raiders in that opening engagement got the most kills. Then, of course, my bows, losing only 7, killing 171, and the Fire Cav, all those guys. So that's pretty much that. His best units being his Yari Ashigaru and those Nodachis. But good game to my opponent. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for that army submission, and hopefully, you know, go try that army out. It's interesting, fun to use. Thank you guys for watching.